Namaskar, good morning, welcome to the program Gyan Se Kalyan. Myself, Dr. Baidyanath Ram Prajapati, Associate Professor. So, my dear friend, today we are going to start a special topic Bills of Exchange, which is very important for class 11, 12, BCom, BBA, MBA, MCom, CA, CSI, CWA. So, very small question, what is Bills of Exchange? So this is the background of the bills of exchange. When goods are sold or bought for cash, payment is received immediately. But when goods are sold or bought on credit, payment is deferred. An instrument of credit is used through which the buyer assures the seller that the payment be made according to the agreed terms and conditions. So now we are going to have the different types of the bills which are used in Indian culture, Indian business system in the old age. So in India, instrument of credit are popularly known as hundis, hundi. So the hundi are written in Indian languages and have a large variety, many types. Like here some of the examples are given. Sahaj Yog, Sahjog Hundi. This is drawn by one merchant on another. Darshani Hundi. This is payable at sight. Muddati Hundi. A Muddati or Miadi Hundi is payable after a specified period of time. So there are other few varieties of hundis are examples here provided. Naam Jog Hundi, Dhani Jog Hundi, Jawabi Hundi, Huknami, Hukkami Hundi, Harman Jog Hundi. So these all are the various varieties of the hundis which are used in our Indian system. So another question, define bills of exchange. What is bills of exchange? What do you bills of exchange? So my dear friend, the bills of exchange is governed and controlled by the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, and it defines bills of exchange as an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. So this is very important definition, and this carries all the fundamental features of a bills of exchange. So here some of the features are: it must be writing, it is order of payment, the order of payment is unconditional, and the maker must sign it, the payment made must be made, and the must be made at a defined time to a defined person, and it must be payable either on demand or expiry of time. So it must be stamped as per the requirement of the law. So a bill of exchange is generally drawn by the creditor upon his debtor. So another question is, how many parties are there in case of bills of exchange? So there are mainly three parties: drawer, drawee, and pay. So the pay is a person to whom the payment is to be made. So there are certain situations when the person may change. Most of the time the drawer is the payee, but when the bill is discounted with bank and it is endorsed, the party will be different. Another question here, very important, that true or false, a bill of exchange must be accepted by the party. A bill of exchange is drawn by the creditor. So these all are the small questions which is based on our earlier definition and the features. So you try, best of luck. Now we are proceeding. What is the promissory note? This is the second very important instrument under Instrument Act. So it defines an instrument in writing not being a bank note or currency note containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money only to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. So as per the law of Reserve Bank of India, a promissory note not to be payable, or if it is payable, bearer it is illegal, therefore a promissory note cannot be payable at bearer. So there are certain features which is already given in the definitions. We are taking the features from the definition. It must be writing, it is unconditional promise to pay, it must be payable at certain sum to a certain party, the maker must sign it, it is payable to certain person, and it must be stamped as per the law. So another, how many parties are there in case of promissory note? So mainly there are two parties in case of bills of promissory note. The first is the maker, drawer, and second is the payee or promissory. So the drawer is called promisor and the draw is or pay is called promissee. So here again another very important exercise which is fill in the blanks, or you have to tick the correct answer. So another test is very important. So you try yourself, and again this is very important questions. Test your knowledge, and again there is another question very important. What are the 3 days known as the drawer gives to the drawee for the payment? That is called days of grace. You know, in case of the bills of exchange, 3 extra days is provided on the period of the bills. So that is called days of grace. So what is maturity of a bill? The term maturity refers to the date on which the bills of exchange is to be paid. So here again, in arriving the maturity date, 3 days are added, which is known as days of grace. If it pays on the holiday, so it will be the next day or the previous day. Here example is given, very important. You read it. And what is discounting of bill? So earlier we have seen the party may keep it for the period, he may discount it, he may endorse it, he may send it for collection. So these are the variety of usage of the bills of exchange. So when the bill is discounted with the bank discounts some money and pays to the party. So this process of encasing the bill with the bank is called discounting the bill. What is endorsement of bill? The act of signing and transferring the bill to the other party is called endorsement. So another very important, for the person to whom a bill is drawn gets back after due acceptance, it is called bill receivable. For the party who gives it, it is called bills payable. So bills payable is the liability and bill receivable is the assets. You remember, please. So another very important thing, what are the accounting treatment? What is journal entry we can make in case of bills of exchange? Very important recording. So here is the treatment, as we have already discussed. The party may retain it till the date of maturity. He can get it collected through bankers, and he may discount it from the bank. He can endorse it in favor of his creditor. And when the bill is drawn and received, Journal entry is bill receivable account debit to debtor account, and on maturity when the payment is made, cash or bank account debit to bill receivable account. Before this, my dear friend, for the credit sale, one entry is made, that debtor account debit to sales account. So another very important thing is when it is sent for collection. So sending bill for connection, bill sent for collection debit to bill receivable. When it is collected, bank account debit to bill sent for collection account. When the payment is received, so now when receivers gets the bill discounted from bank, so earlier we have seen that when the bank we are discounting, bank is charging an discount, so that is the expenditure, so it will be debited. For receiving the bill, the same entry we are repeating here, bills will debit to debtor account. On discounting, bank account debit, discount expenses debit to bill receivable account. So when the bill is endorsed to the third party, on receiving bill, the same entry, first entry, bill receivable debit to debtor account. For endorsing bill to the creditor, creditor's account debit to bill receivable account. So now here some of the terms which we have used earlier: drawer who draws the bill, drawee who accepts the pay, who receives the payment, bill receivable assets, bill payable liability. So these all are the terms we have discussed. So another very important journal entry in the books of the acceptor: on accepting the bill, creditor account debit to bills payable account. So here, before this, one entry is left, that is for credit purchase, purchase account debit to creditor's account. So now on maturity, when bill is paid, in the books of the drawee, bills payable account debit to bank account. So my dear friend, these all are the entries which we are making. So this is the two main entries which is made in case of the drawee book, and here is the summary of these all the transaction for sale and purchase in the books of debtor and creditor, in the books of debtor account debit to sales account, purchase account debit to creditor account, receiving bill, bill receivable debit to debtor account. For paying bill, creditor account debit to bills payable account. For collection of bill or payment or receiving and paying, cash and bank debit to bills receivable, bills payable debit to bank account. So this is the revision question nutshell. You must remember these all entry. These are the fundamental. When there will be any changes and modification, and when there is a case of disjoiner, the all entry will be basis. So another very important questions here given: a sold goods for 20,000 to S on credit 1st January 2020, a draw bill upon S for 3 months, X accept it and return it to S. S met this expense maturity. Record the journal entry under the following circumstances. So usually these are the circumstances: A retained the bill till the maturity, discounted 12%, endorse it to Anna, retained the bill and March 2020. So here is the case. So you try itself and check the answer. So this is the answer for your checking purposes. You try and then you match. So another case, when bill was discounted, these all are the journal entry. When bill is endorsed, journal entry is also provided. So first you try yourself and then match it. Again, the cash when bill is sent for collection, this is the entry which is made: bill sent for collection debit to bill receivable. When collection is made, payment is received, bank account debit to bill sent for collection account. Now here some of the journal entry: purchase account debit to age account. So difference between bill and a note. So my dear friend, a bill is prepared by the creditor and accepted by the debtor. A note, that is promissory note, is prepared by the debtor There is three parties to the bill of exchange, but there are two parties in case of promissory note. A bill require acceptance, acquire financial status. A note itself has a financial status. Again, a bill is said to have been dishonored. So question is, what is dishonored? And when bill is said to be dishonored? A bill is said to be dishonored when the drawee fails to make the payment on the due date of maturity. In this situation, liability of the acceptor is restored. So all the entry made on the receipt of the bill should be reversed. So here example is given. Under this situation, this is noted by a notary public and he charges some money, that is called noting charges. It is renewal of bill and retiring of bill, the drawer with the request of the extension of time for payment. A fresh bill with new terms, payment is drawn, duly accepted and delivered. This is called renewal of bill. So under these cases, some interest for the new period is charged. When And again the another is, what is retiring of bill? When the drawee of the bill has fund at his disposal and makes a request to the drawer or holder to accept the payment of the bill before its maturity. If holder agrees to do so, the bill is said to be retired. So again, here is some journal entry for retiring of bill, cash account debit, rebate account debit to bill receivable account, and on the drawee book, bills payable account debit, cash account debit to rebate on bill account. To cash account. So these all are the entries. Features of advantages of bills. Here some of the features are given. It is unconditional. It is signed by creditor and accepted by debtor. The amount bill is payable either on demand or fixed period. So here again another very important, fill in the blanks question is provided to you. You try yourself and check the answers. Here is the accommodation bill. So there are mainly two types of bill, trade bill and accommodation bill. Till now we have discussed the trade bill. Accommodation bill, when the both party are in need of the bill, one requests the other, another accept it, and the first one discounted with the banks and he gets finance. This may be for single purposes or it may be for double purposes. In case of double purposes bill, what happens? A bill is written for the double amount and the party one discounted and he shares the amount of the bill, and under this situation whatever may be this expenditure, that is shared by the party. So apart from financing transaction goods, bill of exchange promissory note may also be used for raising funds temporarily. Such a bill is called accommodation bill as it is accepted by the drawee to accommodate the drawer. The drawee is called the accommodating party and the drawer is called the accommodation party. The another is bill of exchange. It can be done by any of the following ways. The drawer or drawee share the proceed and agreed ratio, and each draw bill and accept the bill. So here some of the short type questions are given. You must try it. And again, what will be the journal entry for the dishonor of bill? So when the bill is drawn, here the example is given. When a bill kept by Anu with her till maturity, then Manu account debit to bill receivable account. When the bill has been endorsed to Anju in favor of Sana, then Manu account debit to Sana account. When bill was discounted by bank, then Manu account debit to bank account. And then when bill sent for collection, Manu account debit to bill sent for collection. So these all are the basic entry which we have already did. And earlier I told you, in case of dishonour, this is totally reversed. So this is the reversing entry. Again, here is another question. So you must try it and check your knowledge. So another is again here practical question as well as multiple choice question is provided for your self test. So what are the advantages of bills of exchange? We have already seen framework for relationship, certainty of term condition, convenient means of credit, conclusive proof, easy transferability. So my dear friend, earlier I have provided test 1, test 2, test 3. So here is the answers. First you try and then get it checked. So here, my dear friend, we should have some social responsibility. So we must spread, promote and donate awareness about the knowledge donation, that is Gyan Dan, blood donation, Rakt Dan, organ donation, Deh Dan and goods donation, An Dan. Thank you very much.